I'm coming in early. It's only a couple seconds early, but hi! Welcome on in. I'm just gonna move this for a second while I say hi. It's like I realized I had it like set up over there and I was like, oh, no, I look ridiculous leaning that far. But hi guys, welcome on in. How you doing today? I know I was gonna do an earlier stream, but here, let me explain. I have like creative block. I have a horrible, horrible creative block right now. And it's just like I want to, and I have all this like need and want to, and then all of a sudden I stare at everything and I'm just like frozen. I don't know if I can explain it well. This is like too bright. Hold on. Is that better? I think I need to turn on my lovely lights in the background too, but oh my god, it's driving me insane. It's absolutely driving me insane because I have like a ton of stuff I need to and want to do, and I have lists, and then I stare at the list and I'm just like and I don't know what it is, but it's driving me crazy. So hopefully you guys don't have this on this lovely Whip Wednesday, but if you do, I'm there with you. I'm right there with you with horrible just crafter block. But hi. Hi guys, how you doing? Hi More, thank you for the hydrate. Everybody hydrate if you haven't. Stay hydrated, my friends. Analysis paralysis, yes. No, I like that. That feels good. Oh, and then CCMD Trapper, welcome. Thanks for the check-in and lurk. Thank you, thank you. But today I decided on something, and I was like, this is perfect, because who is one of my most supportive, you know, who is most supportive of me, right? Harvey. Harvey, my dog, right? So he's going to be a support, but for my wrist. So I'm making a wrist rest, is what I'm thinking, and I want to make it look like Harvey. That's the joke, you know. Ha 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 ha. Biddly-dink-da-dink. Anyways. That's totally you. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. The dryness. Look at this. It's nothing. I don't even want to talk about it. The dryness and like the static in my hair is horrendous. But we're going to make a Harvey wrist rest, which is a dog wrist rest. And I'm thinking what I want it to look like because I don't have a pattern. I saw like inspo things, but I'm like, yeah, I just want to make it up. I want it to look like he's splooting. You know, he's got his arms out and his legs back. So it's going to have like little nubbins either end, and then it's just going to be like a long piece, and then we'll put his head on it. I think that'll work. And I just want it to be like nice and cushy. So we'll try it. We'll see what happens. I don't know how far into it we'll get, but I think it'll be kind of fun. So we'll make like the base first, you know. Like a nice base. Like, I even know it's like, oh, it could, like, work as, like, an elbow rest, too. But I thought that'd be kind of fun. Simple. Useful. Right? I always like a good, cute, useful thing. You have faith that it'll be perfect? Thank you. I think it's gonna be adorable because it's gonna be Harvey. And that everything Harvey related is always adorable. But we can get started. Let's jump right in. I don't know how long, like, honestly, this is what happens, like, every week. I'm like, my brother's just like, hey, we should record. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I don't know what time we're gonna end up recording, and then I'm like, oh, I should have streamed early. That was the plan. But we'll see what happens. I think we'll have time to at least enjoy each other's company and work on a project and have a good time. I have my white and my brown. Oh. Camera? No. Don't you play this game. It was fine, like, a second ago. Literally a second ago. Oh, thank God. Okay. I think we're fine. I better not do this to me. I'm not playing this game today. Not today. Anywho, so I have a white and a brown, because he's literally just like an all-white dog, pretty much. He's got a couple brown spots on him. Simplistic. But I think we'll make the spots separate, and his ears and everything will be separate, obviously, in his head. So I can put this to the side for now, And we're just going to focus on the base. But how are you guys? How's your Wednesday? Hopefully your weeks are good. You know, it's the middle of the week. You can check in and see how you're feeling. So we're starting off with his feet, I think is the plan. Do I seriously have like... Oh my god, just... Hold on. We're gonna start off with his feet, or his legs, I should say. I could even do, like, some embroidery, like, toes. We could put some toe beans onto his feet. That could be actually kind of cute. There we go. Oh, do I have... Let's see. I have my little... Aha! I'm like, oh, I probably should use one of these, because whenever I stream and I have to count, that is so much harder to do, streaming and counting. That's easier. So it's like, if I can use a little clip to keep me from losing count, that's what we're going to do. Alright, I think... Oh, how do I want to? Do I want to go bigger first? You know what? Yes, let's try it. We'll see if that looks nice. Ah! Because I kind of wanted to do it all in one, right? Because I was like, oh, you could make the rectangle separate, or like the tube separate, and then crochet on the legs. But I kind of am thinking we'll just make the legs first and then kind of connect it as if he's like a amigurumi doll. There you go. Close. And I don't want to go too massive with it, but I kind of could look at this. It might be smaller than this, but approximately the same. That's what I think I'm going to use this as my tell, because for a wrist, right, we'd want it to come back a little bit further. Because otherwise I'm like here with it, and I feel like that's going too far onto my arm. So at least that can be a handy dandy little helper there. But oh my gosh, this creative block, this crochet block, whatever I want to call it, it is not fun. I don't even know if that's what it is. It has to be, because it's just like, oh, yeah, I'm ready for this. And then I just stare at it and go, I just don't know what it is. My brain just, like, completely blanks. And then I'm like, why? Why can't I, like, do crafty things? Let me be creative. That is what I'm here for. Drives me nuts. Absolutely nuts. I love how we just completely jumped in. By the way, I do have to fix up the schedule on Discord. I need to start putting that on my Twitch calendar too, but my Twitch calendar pretty much, I might as well put it in as a, yeah, every day at 5 p.m. Just to make life a little easier. Kind of the times change sometimes or whatever, but I'm trying to be as consistent as possible for you guys, make it easy. I think, like, a couple more rows. Where did I put my... Were scissors up here? Yes, they are. Okay. As long as I have a set of scissors next to me, we're good to go. Also, don't mind my awful nail polish. I had a bunch of nails break in the last couple days, and I did not feel like fixing my nail polish. So if you can't tell, good. If you can, just ignore it. It's fine. It's cool. I can tell because, like, that nail broke. It used to look like this. Now it looks like that. I'm trying to think. Like, maybe longer? If we have 2 of these... that might be a good length. One, two, three, four, five. It's just like little nubbins, you know? Little nubby legs and arms, I think is kind of cute. I thought the man himself was going to make his presence known for a second. He's probably sleeping under a blanket, honestly. It's too damn cold. It's too cold for anything right now. So if any of you are having to deal with that, hopefully you're staying warm. You can make yourself something warm. I can tell you my dragon gloves have been getting a lot of use. One of my things that I was like on my list, I even made a wheel. I was like, maybe if I make a wheel of crochet stuff that I need to work on or want to work on, I'm like, maybe that'll help. And then I stared at that wheel and I was like, if I roll this, am I gonna just feel like, still? So I just picked. I picked and it feels good. But I have a couple, like, really nerdy, fun dragon things that I want to work on, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to do those at some point, or I'm gonna have to just make those on my own. Yeah, I think that's like a good length. I like that. Okay. We're gonna cut this one, make a second one. Yeah. There we go. We have one nub. But it is Whip Wednesday, so if you're working on any fun projects yourself, let us know. What is your whip for today? And I just realized. Come on, open faster, dang it. You guys need your stream avatars, because I always like seeing those on the screen. They're so cute. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm making my computer do too many things at once right now. It is like, okay, you're overworking me. Can you calm down a little bit? No. No, I cannot. I refuse. Okay, they should pop up in a second. Alright, so second foot. And then my husband was just like, oh, is it one for, like, the keyboard? And I was like, oh, that's actually a kind of a fun idea. You know, we make a short Harvey for your wrist and your mouse, and then we make a long Harvey, like a stretch Harvey, for the keyboard. I mean, that kind of just adds more rows. That's it, you know? That's all we have to do is add rows, depending on how long we want it to be. I feel like I'm gonna put my voice up a little bit because I know I'm further away from my mic and I'm not like staring into it like I normally am. I don't want it to end up being way too quiet for you guys. Always let me know, though, if it's, like, hard to hear or anything. Feel free, let me know, and I can check it out. At least Harvey's pretty simple, you know? I kind of want different versions, though. I kind of want all the pups. I might have to make more of them. This one's clasp does not want to close for some reason. It's like I have to force it closed. I keep wanting to make tapestries, so I have like some tapestries on my list of things to make. I have some amigurumi. I have some book sleeves of various types. One of my favorite is Ashton Stitch's book sleeve, so like that's on there, and then I have a couple other ones. I'm like, but then I was like, I need some good colors for those. So that one kind of is just because I'm trying to find a good color palette that I like, that I want to do. What else do I have on there? I want to make more of the dragon scale gloves. I need to work on the prize. And I know it's only February, and I'm talking about something that's happening in May, but I do need to figure out and work on the prize for the Stardew Valley competition that's in May. Because I was like, oh, it needs to be different than what I've done the past couple years. I'm like, I kind of like the idea that it's something different, but, you know, Stardew Valley related each year. So I have a couple ideas for that. So I'm kind of working on one that my husband gave me. Because I love it. And I think it's going to be ridiculous. But I kind of want it to be a surprise, but I also want to tell you about it. It's that double-edged sword, you know? Just know that I'm working on a very silly one. But it could be anything. But I love getting to crochet more stuff from our video games that we play together. I'm like, ugh. That list is getting longer now. And I think it is definitely time. And this maybe that's why I'm just like struggling. Because it's time for me to work on that list. Because it's just getting too long. But some of it I'm like, oh, great. I need to make my own pattern for it. Which, I mean, this technically is one of those things. But I feel like it's not super complex. But some of them I'm like, oh, this is gonna be complex. I'm like, I gotta be in the right mindset for something that complex. I do love making patterns, though. I feel like I should do that more often. I should actually make my patterns and write them up and make them into, like, really lovely things and documentation and all of that. Half the time it's like, it's for me, though. Or if it's just gonna be like a one-off, I guess that's kind of one of those that stops me. I feel like that's good, because now what is we're going to do? Here's the fun part, right? We're going to connect them. And I'm trying to figure out how wide I'm going to want to connect it. But I guess we'll start it first, right? So we'll make it longer by just one row-ish. Because this is going to be our connector row. Okay. Okay, this was my tell, because I'm like, from here to here? So if we want to put our wrist on it, right, and you want to be able to still use something, I feel like the width it can be is like to here from on the edge. So I'm thinking either 4 or 5. Yeah, we'll go with 5. Oh, I'm thinking we want to do a foundation in between just to make it a little bit better. So let me see, how do I want to do this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Okay. Then we'll come over here. Oh, hi. Hi, Shifty. Welcome on in. How you doing today? I mean, it did sound like me. Is that Goofy or is that me? Every time I hear it, it makes me think of when I made the real Goofy sound when we were playing Phasmophobia. Have you worked on any fun projects lately, Shifty? You're doing okay? Is it a struggle? Is it a struggle week? Because I'm right there. I got you. At least I feel it too. Dun 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 bum. Okay, so I want to go into here. Because now we're going to go back across. And 5. Dun, 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 dun. That should be right. That should be good. Aurora Caster, welcome on in. Hello, Raiders. How you guys doing? Oh, I guess I should say hello, right? Okay, we'll go here. I will say hello first with a little zoom. Hi. Oh, I don't have the right camera. Hold up. Just the regular one is fine. That's much better. But welcome on in, Raiders. How are you guys doing today on this lovely Whip Wednesday? What were you up to? Tell me everything. I would love to hear it. Oh my gosh, and those who don't know me, I am Rachel, aka LadyLazyPup. We play a variety of games here from cozy to chaotic to scary. We crochet, we do art, we have fun. So welcome on in. Today is a crochet day, so I think you guys came at a fantastic time. I am working on, currently working on a dog wrist rest, because I think that's going to be fun. Oh, hi, Shadows. Oh, hi. But welcome. I have to fix my Frosty tools. It's like, it's trying to use all of my emotes and it just can't. It's very silly. Just mining and doing bounty hunting. Nice. Okay, that sounds fun and I love it. I love it. See, so we're actually at Harvey's little feats. We're doing his feet first, and this is going to be a wrist rest. But, oh my gosh, that sounds great. If you need to relax and get out of here and just de-stream, feel free, run away, do what you need to. I'll take care of your community and also all our new lovely friends. otherwise, hang out. Enjoy the ridiculousness that is my stream. A lot of cozy chaos here, you know? It's a good time. It's a good time. What was I doing? Oh yeah, these last 2 stitches. Okay. Ugh. I was just talking about this. I have creative block currently. I feel like every time I'm like picking up a project, I feel like and it just goes blank. Everything just goes blank. It's the thing that happens, you know. But how are you doing, Shadows? How's your Wednesday? Are you working on any fun projects? You're gonna go lay down? You're starting to get dizzy. Oh yeah, go relax. Go do what you need to. Make sure you're hydrating, if that helps. But take a load off. You probably had a great stream and you deserve it. Okay, so we have the feetsies. So here's the idea, right? This is my wrist rest, or my elbow rest, and I'm thinking it's gonna be like this wide, and the little tootsies, right, on either end. So we're gonna have his feet, and then like, well, this is probably way too long though, and then he's gonna kind of like be splooting. That's the idea. That's the objective. So far, I think it's working. Whoopsies. Oh my gosh, I think I need a new one, because this one is not closing. Close, dang it. Work for me. I swear. Blame Proxy, he made you hydrate like 15 times in less than 5 minutes. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, it's a good thing, right? We love to hydrate, but yeah, we can overdo it. I guess that's a possibility. And I can also see that happening. 100%. I can see that happening. Yeah, this is good. I don't know if we're gonna end up with a little bit of a hole there that we'll have to sew up, but I think it'll be fine. Oh my gosh. He's trying to drown you with your own points! Oh my gosh. What are you trying to do to people's Shadows? You are a gremlin. You cause chaos wherever you go. It's not a bad thing. Well, it can be a bad thing, I suppose. Drowning wouldn't technically be a good thing. You have gremlin energy. Yeah. You really do.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Aw, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it here. I feel like I always have a little bit of something for everyone. At least I try. Because I like too much variety to hold back. Can't do that. Ooh, you win some stuff, Shifty? Nice. Nice. There we go. Alright. I don't know how many rows this is gonna end up being. We're winging it. We're winging it. We're gonna judge it from what it is. And hopefully it turns out good. I do kind of like the idea of embroidering little toe beans, though, on the feet. So the back legs, it'll be facing upwards, so you actually get to see them. And then on the front feet, they'll be down. You know, it's like paws out, but the toes up. Makes the most sense to me, you know? You're learning how to crochet yourself? It's calming? It is. That's so exciting. Have you made anything yet? Oh, you're gonna go? Yeah, no, don't worry. Yeah, I will ask a million questions. You do not have to answer any of them. I know you need to go relax. Don't let Proxy hurt me. Ah, no worries. No worries. We know how to handle Shadow's proxy. Kind of. I have many gremlins here. And they all just kind of make me laugh at this point. Play American Truck Simulator? I mean... one of these days, we're gonna have to get more of it in, right? Always. Always come back to it. You made a blanket! Oh, I love it. Blankets are fun. That's actually something else I do have on my list, and I need to start, honestly. I haven't started it yet. I need to start and make ASAP. I was trying to find, like, a good pattern, because my cousin's having a baby, and I wanted to make her a blanket. Because I always do that. I have made blankets for every cousin, so I need to keep that tradition alive. But I was just like, I don't know what I want to make. Actually, my mom sent me a really cute one that's kind of granny square-esque, but it was like really cute colors. I don't remember if it was a cream. I want to say it was a cream, a green, and a brown. I know the green and the brown because I was like, I kind of love the combination of the green and the brown. And then it had a cute little bear to go with it that was like wearing the green color, and it was the brown color. I was like, oh, that's really perfect. So I'm thinking I want to go with those colors. Or make it like a minty green, because I do have a really pretty minty green that I love using for blankets. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll go with that one. And then when I feel like I have block, I can just work on that. Because that might take a little bit. But if we make it in the granny square style, it should be a little quicker, a little easier, I would imagine. See, then what we can do is we can make a little tail, right? Because I'm starting at his back flags. So we'll have a little tail that comes off here, and then his spot's going to be here. But I'm going to make it separate and sew it on, because it'll be easier that way, and then I have to change colors. I need an easy project today. Just single crochets everywhere. Yeah, so I'm thinking that it's either going to be the granny, like, square stitch, or we could always do, like, a V-stitch or something, but I gotta get started on that. I'm way behind. I'm so behind. But it's only because I was trying to find a good pattern, so that's my fault for being picky. Because I want it to be different. I always like doing, like, oh, here's, like, a different one for you and a different one for you. Because I even recently, I made my friend a blanket who had their baby. Adorable. She's so flippin' cute. So I was so happy I made them a blanket, because I was just like, oh, this little sweetie. Ooh, you know what I haven't checked? What day is that? Because one thing I still have not figured out what we're going to do is what we're doing for my affiliate anniversary. I think it's next week. Don't tell me it's next week, because I have no brain. I have no brain for this. And, like, the past couple of years, we've made something where you guys get to be a part of the craft with it. And I loved it. I love doing it that way. I think it's so much fun. Oh, why is my computer slow? Stop this. Oh, it's the 26th. I only have... Yeah, it's next week. It's literally next Wednesday. It's literally next Wednesday. Oh, boy. Well, okay, we gotta come up with something. What do we want to make together that you guys can force me to change colors or stitches or patterns or something? I gotta come up with something fun. The one year we made a really cute, like, it was a sunflower squares, right? But then I let you guys change the colors at any stitch. I had to change colors, which made it a really fun bag because I put all the squares together to make a bag, and all the squares were totally different and unique and fun. I loved that. And then last year we made a hexagon cardigan together where I rolled a d20 and you guys could force a d20 roll to change the next color on the sweater. And you guys have seen me wearing that one because I like wearing that one. It's comfy. It's very oversized and cozy. It's like wearing a blanket. And I feel like you guys are a part of that blanket. So it's like, yes, I can be corny and cozy all at the same time. But this year, I'm like, huh, what in the world am I gonna do? Oh no. So I'm gonna have to come up with something fun. I almost was thinking, right? Something I've wanted to do, but have kind of shied away from just because I'm like, I kind of prefer a pattern and I like being able to make up patterns and all of this, is kind of the idea of doing what is it? Improvised crocheting, improv almost. What is it called? There's something like that where it's just kind of making stitches and putting them together and not making something that means anything. But I'm like, oh, I don't know. That one might drive me nuts, but it would be kind of hilarious if you guys could change the stitch and change the color, and we just kind of rolled with it. You're back, just watching and lurking. Oh, I appreciate the lurk. Enjoy the lurk. I know I have a lot of lurkers and workers. And you're all awesome. So, I mean, honestly, I have a Twitch C2C on my wall back here. You kind of can see it. I guess here I can... That one. That guy right there. So that's a C2C, which is crochet corner to corner, right? And I loved that. That was so much fun to make, too. I don't know. I gotta think about this. There's so many different things that we could do together. But I love getting to do the crafty stuff. I think it's fun to celebrate by doing something crafty. I'm gonna have to keep checking how many rows I am at just to see the lengthwise what we want it to be here. Because I'm just gonna base it off of my wrist. I kind of assume I have an average woman's wrist size. So that's the length we have. If we wanted to go here, I'm thinking his toes could go out here because we're going to have a head on it, right? Because it's going to be a dog. It's going to be Harvey. It's going to be relatively long. But I do think the width is good. Because it'll end up being stuffed, too. But I mean, who wouldn't want a Harvey wrist rest? He can support you while you do whatever you need to work, game, craft. Because he's always there for me. He is like, we are attached at the hip, honestly, me and him. Okay. And I think the stitches are close enough, so we're not going to have it be too holy at all. We should be good there. That shouldn't be a worry. Yeah, it'll puff up really nicely, too. It's cute. That's a Harvey butt. Okay, there we go. There's probably going to be a ton of rows. This should be nice and relaxing. It's going to just be the same thing over and over again. Easy peasy. I guess I can say something I am working on, right, is you guys have unlocked last year for us to do an auction this year for St. Jude. And I am working on ideas and projects to auction off in May. So it all goes to the charity. It's going to be through Tiltify. But we're going to have an auction. So I've been kind of like working on that stuff. Because I'm like, I don't want too many things, but I want them to be super worthwhile. So I think that'll be fun. And I don't know whether we're going to end up working on them together. We might. You never know. There could be stuff where I'm just like have streams where we're actually working on those projects together. Oh, yes. I do need to hydrate. I talk so much. I will need to hydrate a lot. But I'm trying to come up with like a fun mix of things that we can auction off together. Oh, good stretches. Get some wrist stretches in. Any of my crafter people in here, if you're working on projects, I know you're hunched over. I know your wrists haven't gotten a break. Stretch it out. Roll those shoulders back and stretch out the wrists. There we go. Feels good. You know how painful it can be? Yeah. It can actually do that. You know, if you're going at it for a while, if you're crocheting for a while, you're crafting for a while, you start feeling it. It starts just like, oh boy. It starts wearing on you. There we go. And I always know, like, my real crocheting is like me like hunched over in a chair like this. Sitting like straight back. I'm trying to be proper and show you guys what I'm making. That wears me out. It actually makes me physically tired. Like I start going after a while on stream. You'd be surprised. Okay. Oh, I never turned on my fun lights. My background looks so sad and dark. Do I have my lights thing so I can click the button? I do. Done. Oh, it might only be green. I think I have it set still for The Sims. That's fine, we'll have a green background. Okay. Don't think this is... Well, it's definitely not long enough yet. And I did pick out a nice soft yarn. I think this is like a nicer, like soft yarn that I'm using. Sometimes they can be a little rough, so you either have to soak it in something that'll make it softer. You can use some fabric softener, sometimes will work, but hopefully it's not too scratchy, especially since this is going to go under a wrist. Let's see. I can't believe it's like towards the end of February already. This month went really fast. I felt like January went a little slower, but February I feel like just sped by very, very quickly. I don't know if it's just because I was, you know, I'm behind on things, so of course the month goes faster. And I'm like, please slow down. Or what? But oh my gosh. I don't want any events or deadlines creeping up on me too quickly. But if you are, I know I've mentioned this today, but it is Whip Wednesday. If you're working on any fun projects, let us know what you're working on. Anything exciting. Can be anything, doesn't have to be crochet. Doesn't even have to be with yarn. I always love to hear about everybody's projects. You guys do some cool stuff. This community is pretty awesome. Very creative and cool people here. Even if you don't think you are, yar. I feel like yar. There we go. I love it. I think I already love this. I think this is going to come out so good. Okay, let's see. So if I put my wrist here, it almost comes to the edge there. So I think we're doing pretty good. And I want it to be a little extra long just so you can kind of see the body more. And I want it to look like it kind of is... Oh, what's the word I want? I can't think of the word. It's fine. I want to make sure that the sizes look right. You know, I don't want it to be a little too squat or anything. Honestly, if we're doing the keyboard one, that one would end up being too long. But I think it's kind of funny to stretch out the doggo and make them really long. Proportionate. Proportionate was the word I was looking for, and it was just not coming to me. I had to go through the alphabet. I don't know if you guys ever do that when you can't come up with the word. And I think my mom got me doing this. But if I can't come up with a word or a name or something, I just start going through the alphabet and I think about that letter. And then the word usually will come to me. It's ridiculous. But there you go. If you ever struggle to find a word, go through the alphabet. See if that helps. Okay, there we go. So far, so good. I like it. I like it a lot. I am still working on making those dragon scale gloves with like a flat bottom because I think it'll be helpful. They're really cozy and warm, and I love those that we made. But I think the idea of having like a nice like flat palm would be better than having the scales on the palm, especially since like I'm using them when I'm like playing my game and stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, the cushion there sometimes makes that obnoxious." So I am still working on making that like a nice flat bottom. And I think they're coming out pretty cool. So I'll have to show you once I'm finished with how they look. But I'm happy with that. That's one of my couch projects. I have my basket of couch projects that I work on, and then there's a million projects. I don't think you guys can't see them. They're hidden. I have a lot of projects just laying next to my desk here and back there. There's a lot of just like yarn is out. I'm playing with colors. I'm playing with ideas. There's so much going on in this office. It's probably too much and I need to reorganize, but I'm hoping it's helping me with the block eventually. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I just need to clean up my office and then fresh canvas everywhere. That might help. I don't know. We'll see. I tend to do this thing where if I get like a creative block, I'll try to do something that's a little less creative, a little bit more technical. Or that's like what I just like default to is like, okay, I'm either gonna play a game or I'm going to work on technical stuff or watch some videos to learn something. But it can be kind of helpful, can be kind of useful. I should have probably made the front paws, but I think what we'll do is we'll just sew it together. So I can always just cut this off when we think it's a good length, and then I'll make the front paws, and we'll just sew them together on it that way. I think that'll be just fine. Guess what we'll have to find out, though, is where the middle is. uh... Because sometimes, I know this isn't probably crocheting completely straight, but we'll see. If it is, cool. If not, it might shift a couple stitches, and then we'll just have to eye it up and make sure that it looks right and nice and flat. Okay. Let's see. How are we doing? Oh, that's a much better length. I think we're gonna go a little wider though. See how it's like only just on either side of my wrist? I think if we go a couple more rows, then I'll be like in the middle here. That'll feel better. Especially if we put a little tail on the end, you know? Then he's gonna be your little, like a little desk companion. Okay. Sorry. Always check in. I always want to make sure I'm not going to miss my brother texting me about our plans for tonight. There we go. Perfect. Honestly, I could probably go for like a coffee or a cup of tea. I had some tea last night. It was really nice. It was just like nice and warm and inviting. And now I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to have another cup of tea tonight. Little longer, little longer. Maybe like 2 or 3 more rows. I like this because it feels like it can be kind of customized depending on how long you want it to be. So this is kind of cool. Oh, hearing the Sims music has made me think of this. I am changing the schedule for this week. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Sons of the Forest, and Friday will be some more, like, either it's gonna be simming, or maybe if I get rid of that crafting block, maybe we'll do some more crafting on Friday. But that is the plan right now, is that we're flip-flopping Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow, Sons of the Forest. Friday, simming. And I'll make sure to say it at the end too, and actually change the schedule. I think I did it in Discord, but just want to make sure I say it out loud just in case anyone misses it. There we go. I still think the front legs, do you think the front legs should be the same length as the back ones? I was going to make them like a row. Maybe 2. No, I'm thinking just a row shorter, but we'll see. I guess we can kind of play with how that looks easily. Okay. I'm gonna do another eye it up and check to see if I need to keep going. Otherwise it's going to be a fasten off and make the feet, but first I want to make sure. Let's see. Because we still have to get the head needs to attach, right? So I'm thinking maybe 2 more rows. Let's go 2. Then we'll check it again. And the head I kind of figured will be kind of cartoony, kind of big. Because that'll be nice, that'll be kind of cute. Okay. Oh, I should probably get the stuffing too, shouldn't I? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stuff it then. I guess I should stuff it now just so I can make sure that the feet get stuffed properly. And then that'll definitely give us a this is good or not, as I want to make sure it has enough stuffing but isn't too squishy that it's going to be obnoxious to have under your wrist. guys are having good weeks. You know, we're in the middle of it. If it's a good week, keep up the momentum. If it's not that great, if it's just feeling like a week is falling flat, you have the second half to hopefully bring it back up, you know. And sometimes if that doesn't even work, you know, you got next week. Next week is the start of a new week, and you can think of it that way too. Sometimes you just have to have those little goals to look forward to. Just to keep you motivated, keep you going. There we go. Okay, that was 2 more rows, so let's see how this is looking now. I could use I have my little Yeti that I got from Christmas over here. That might be too big for his head. I have a Junimo. The Junimo kind of works to help with the sizing. But like if you're gonna have your hand here, his head's gonna be like here. So I want to make sure that when you have your wrist on this, it's not gonna be uncomfortable to have something else to rub, you know? It's one of these things. So much white powder. Why is it falling from the sky? Oh no. More snow. We've had snow for the past few days, and it's not even the snow that bugs me. The snow is really pretty, and I'm okay with it. It's right now, it's like, it's freezing. It's below 0, and I'm like, no. No, it's too cold. It is too cold. But it can be so obnoxious sometimes, right? Especially if they're not plowing well, and then you have to drive in it. Ugh. It's about 5 to 8 inches on the ground. Oh my gosh. I haven't measured. I haven't seen how much we've gotten. I feel like we've gotten around that same amount. But at least it looks pretty. At least it's something to look at during the dreary cold months. That's kind of how I always look at it. I'm like, if it's gonna be cold, which I hate the cold that's happening right now, but if it's gonna be cold, at least give me something to look at. At least give me something pretty to have with it. Okay, let's see. I should be writing this down. I should be writing down what I'm doing. I'm always so bad about that. I'm always like, I should write this down. Yeah, I haven't. It's fine. It's up. It's right here. It's all in here, you know? Actually, if I go back and rewrite this one, that actually wouldn't be too bad. This shouldn't be too hard, I would think. Can you make it? Are you gonna make it? That feels so much better. And if we use my Junimo, I think that's gonna be good. I don't know. Maybe one more. I'm questioning it because I think I need one more row. Because, like, if you think about how this one poofs down, it's going to do the same thing here. Yeah. Yeah. Screw it. I'm going to do 2 more rows. We'll see. 35 rows? Is there? I think the middle part's about 20. So I guess if you add on the length of the feet, almost 30. We're almost there. About 25? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost 30. You were really close, honestly. Oh man. How does that happen? Every time. See, I still need a sad I need a sad trombone. We need a sad trombone for these things. Bum. Okay, let's see. Where's my stuffing at? I didn't think about this, and I don't even know where my stuffing is right now. I think it's in the other room. I might have to check. Actually, I might have some in a bag right there. I'll have to check really quick, but I was not thinking about stuffing at all until just this second. I've mentioned it a couple of times, and then I was like, probably should have brought this out. And your rows are easy to see on camera. They are, though. Hopefully. Have some good lighting, right? I know this one can tend to make everything really overly bright, but... Where'd you go, Harvey? Are you saying back to back with me? Come here. No, come here. Come here. I know, come here. No, come here. He just runs out of the room. Come here. What, do you want to play? Come here. What are you doing? No, come here. Come here. Come here. Where are you running off to? Okay, I was gonna have him say hi. He does not want to say hi. It's fine. It's fine. He's just running around. But yeah, I'm trying to make it good so you guys can see what I'm doing and see the rows and everything that I have, you know? Okay, one more test. I think this is good. I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, it is bright, and I don't think I can fix it. That's the problem. I need a different camera. It's the camera. It doesn't let me adjust things the way I want to adjust them. So one day I'll get a new camera and then you guys can see even better. There we go. Put it over the light. Well, this one is actually a really, really soft light. So even if I turn it off, it still's gonna try, like, I hate the lighting there. That's awful. But even if I make this, like, super dark, it changes it every single time. It's obnoxious. That's better. But, like, then the coloring gets funky. See, it still seems too bright. I don't know. Oh, it's too dark in here for me, though. It shouldn't... I don't think it needs to be... I mean, it's technically, like, a diffused light. You can't see it on camera here, but... It kind of does that already. It's kind of already diffused. That's the thing. So, like, even if I could do this, it's pretty much the same thing if I do this versus this. That's gonna be way too thick. But I don't know. It's definitely the camera. I might have to see if I can't make any more adjustments on it so it's not doing, like, some auto stuff. Because if it's, like, the auto brightness is just obnoxious, but if I turn it off, then, like, the coloring gets funky, and I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with it. Extra diffuse, just diffuse on top of a diffused. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. To count for just a second so I can get this to the right amount. I mean, I did have a different camera for my table at one point, but I don't know. This used to be the Harvey camera, so whenever he would hang out in my office, you guys could have the Harvey cam on. But I had to change it out because it just was like it was laggy and it was driving me bonkers and I just couldn't. So I kind of just been dealing with the brightness or the over brightness. Maybe I just need to play with it a little bit more. Okay. So now for the front legs, we were saying possibly a little shorter. So even if it's just like a row or two shorter, I think that'll be enough. If it's too much, we'll just do the same length as the back legs. But this should be easy to kind of test it and play. There we go. Da, 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 da. Is the bunny drinking something or is it like a snow cone? It is like a Slurpee thing. It's so cute. Those are such cute emotes, by the way. I love them. Okay, adorable. Yes. At first I was like looking and I'm like, is that a snow cone? I had to check. Da, da. Okay, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, see that's like shorter, right? It's a little stubbier. I think it's going to be too small. Yeah, so I think for the front ones, we're going to have to go a little bit longer. I mean, if you think about it, the head is going to kind of resting here and a little bit over the leg. So even if they are the same length, it shouldn't look too long. I don't know why, but sometimes I think like with the proportions of doing some amigurumi this way, I always think like the legs need to be a little bit bigger or a little bit longer than the front or the arms. It just always feels better. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 rows. Because how long did this one end up being? 6 or 7? 7. So if I do 6, maybe it does just need to be 7. And it's just the same length across. Harvey, what are you doing? What are you boofing at? I just hear him go boof. Oof. Oh, boof. He must be looking at something. I'm gonna go one more row, and we'll make both of them. I mean, the nice part is that this should be easy to take apart and put back together as necessary. dun, dun. Okay.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, hey, hey.
Harmonious Huntress. Welcome on in. Thanks so much for that follow. How you doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic Whip Wednesday. We'll keep it somewhat long so I can easily sew it. Then one more. Get those paws going. Let me move this just so it's easier to see. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay, good. Very nice. So I'll shove that in here. There we go. So I guess at the beginning, I could always just be like, make 4 legs. That's what I could have done. I wasn't thinking about it. I mean, technically I could have kept it like this, crocheted this together, and like crocheted off of this one, and then did the same thing on this side. So I didn't have to have them separate. I'm doing it separately just so I can see what length I like better and where I'm going to want to put them. But either way, I would be okay with crocheting it that way too. But we'll see. We will see. Because if I make more of these guys, I'm going to want to make sure I have a pattern that works and is just very easy to be like, done. Get it out there. Make more of them. So sometimes I like adjust them or make them a little bit easier or see if there's something I can improve on. Okay. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just 2 more rows and then we should be good. And then I have to go find my stuffing. I know the big box is in the other room, but I'm just like, I thought I had a small bag of it in here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more row, and then we have another front paw. There we go. All right, so we have our 2 front paws. I don't know why this one looks like it got a little thicker, but that's fine. It won't be noticeable once we actually have it attached. So give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I didn't have to go that far. I didn't have to go that far away. I knew I had a bag of it. Make sure it gets into the feet first. I don't want to overstuff it, because if it's too firm, it might be obnoxious. We don't want it to be too soft, though, either. Since it's supposed to be a wrist rest, it's going to want to be somewhere right in the middle, I would think, where it's a little soft, so it's nice to lay on, but it's not too squishy to be like, it's not actually doing anything. It's not actually giving you any support. But it's kind of the same thing with the firmness. If it's too firm, then it might be uncomfortable to put your wrist on. What is he seeing? I just keep hearing him boofing. He's just going boof, boof, boof. I hear you in there. I mean, he's not like sounding the alarm or he would really bark. Something's exciting him, though. He must be looking out the window. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to think of how I want to do the head. Because he could make it where it's, like, shaped. Or we just make it where it's, like, a ball. And then you can make it where, like, the muzzle comes out. And you have, like, the muzzle separate. And you just sew that piece on. I'm kind of thinking of just doing it that way. Feels like there's like a missing spot right there. Hold on. Okay. I don't want to feel them like disconnected. That feels better. Too much. Too much. Hold on. So what I might want to do is have it stuffed here and then sew that middle piece just so I can see, like, okay. Is it enough? Because, like, right now that feels like it's at a nice softness for a wrist to me. Just firm enough to give a little bit of support. Okay, so here's the thing. You can see that line kind of shifted just a little bit. But you know what? It's actually not too bad. When I close this, that feels like it's on the right spot. So give me my... Let's see. Can I just use this? Or is that too in the middle now? That feels like it's in the middle at this point. Let's see. So we know that we had 5 stitches in the middle. So if I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That doesn't feel right. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, hold on. How did I do that? Because it'd be 1, 2, 3 here. So these wouldn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. So maybe if I go to here, that should be the right number. Does that look like it's in the middle, though? I think so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's like the middle there. I just want to use this. I don't want to have to cut a separate piece. Easily could, though. But I'm being lazy. So if this is the middle. I want to make sure I'm doing the same thing on this side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Ah, I lost my middle. 2. Okay. I always feel like I have to check this like 1,000 times to make sure that it's right. Ah, it's gonna drive me crazy. So I should be able... I'm going on the outer edge. I'm wondering if I'm going to want the inner, but I think this is fine. Unless it's bunching a bunch. Stop that. I might do a whip stitch instead. Well, let me see. Because that's where it's going to close off. And then you can make, and I can sew on the paws. This is where I was like, oh, actually, if I crochet around this part here now, it would make life a little bit easier where this just kind of connects. Would that be better? And if so, obviously these two would just be used for a separate one, which is not a problem to me. Honestly, give me my stitch marker. What am I doing? We'll do it that way. Screw it. We'll change it up a little bit. Come on. Oh my gosh. Why is this getting caught on everything? Let me make this easy, not more difficult. I'll probably count like 1,000 more times before I actually feel comfortable with it. Okay. There we go. So now on this side, what? I swear if I sewed into the ones that I didn't want to sew into, even though I marked them as not being the ones to sew into, I'm gonna cry. No, that seems right. Okay, I think we're fine. Do an extra stitch. Okay. I'm just going to use this as part of the stuffing, so that's going to go inside. Looks a little crazy right now. Yeah, I'll definitely use these, I think, for a separate one. So I can make a second one, because why not? Or that could be for the one that I want to make as a keyboard rest. This is more of a size for just one wrist, for just at the mouse. Because I think that'll work. Okay. I don't want to overstuff it, but I feel like it is not stuffed enough, especially in those little spots. But maybe once we get the paws going, it'll be better. Oh boy. Ah, one more. There we go. I mean, this is going to look like a nice continuation, too, of the actual body and everything. Okay. Dun dun dun. Might not be able to finish it. We're gonna see what happens, because I don't know. The head might take us a little bit. I feel like we could potentially get there. Could even do his spot, at least, right? We can put his spot on the little butt. I guess it doesn't technically need a tail, or we could do, like, some sort of little small tail just to give it, like, an extra look, but I don't know, I kind of like the idea of adding the tail onto it. I just don't want it to be in the way. Alright, let's see. How are we doing? Where's that at? 3... 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to figure out if I need to do one more and then go smaller, or is this where I'm going to want to start to decrease? So it decreases nicely. Let's go one more and then I'll decrease, but all I know is whatever I do on this one, I have to do on another one, otherwise it's gonna look really odd. Keep it the same. Okay, so if I decrease, I will have to stuff this first. I should just decrease in each one. Let's see. Two. And, cross your fingers that this is gonna look nice. Because today was definitely a, we'll wing it and hopefully it'll go well kind of a thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew that together so it's nice and snug. And I think that looks pretty even. But I don't know if it needs a little extra stuffing, and I don't know if there's enough space to do it. There we go. There. I think that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna count it as good. I'm counting it as good. It looks so funky because you're just like, what in the world are we doing? Am I gonna make something else once I'm done? Today? Probably not. Today, this is probably what we're making today. I don't think there's gonna be time for doing multiple things. Maybe if I had my wheel spin. I have a feeling next week's craft day, next week's Whip Wednesday is going to be a longer one. Just because it is the affiliate anniversary. Oh, yes, that's what I wanted to do. So I'd like to make it a longer stream, but today I'll just be a normal length. You call dibs on buying it. Cozy Wrist Rest. The Harvey. The best desk support you could ask for. Stay there. I don't want to deal with you right now. I wanted to make sure this was right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Yes, okay. Good. Stop being a pain. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, I should make multiples. Or at least I have all the other feet ready. I could make a second one right away. Honestly, the second one would be me writing it down at the same time. I'd be like, okay, now I can actually go, yeah, I like how this looks. I'll write the pattern up. Even though that's not a very good way of doing it. If you're gonna write a new pattern, I should probably be writing it down right now as I'm making it. That way, the second round of it, I can make adjustments as necessary. I just don't feel like doing things properly tonight. Not at all. Sorry, I think I just bumped my microphone and I did not mean to. So if you heard that, my bad. Just a little bit of a bonk, yep. Making sure everybody's awake, just giving a bit of a bonk there. You know, if you're in the middle of your works in progress, you know, get those whips going. Okay. Because I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that's 2. 1, 2, 3. I need to get a different stitch marker out! The annoyance I have of having to physically close it without it just snapping back together. Slightly obnoxious. Minutely maddening. It's just that slight inconvenience of having to push it back together. Okay. See, it just... Oh, and it's like sticking. Stop it. There we go. Alright. Last paw. Almost there. I'm still sitting here debating on the head shape. I think if we just make a ball, it would be best. But we can make his spot on his back first before we do that. So I can just let my brain sit on it and think. There we go. And one more. There. Okay, so we have both of those finished. Well, okay, you know what I did stupid? You know what I did? I'm gonna redo that row. Let's frog that for a second, because I didn't stuff this one. I have to make sure I stuff it before it decrease, because if I decrease, it's going to be way too tight for me to get anything in there. Okay. Need a little extra. Now I can decrease and be finished. Oh my god. Get out of here. You're listening with a friend who started laughing? Alright, well tell your friend I'm putting one in the jar just for them. Hold on. Boom. Yeah, you're right. I even thought it too. But you know, with a lot of things with crocheting, it all sounds like an innuendo. Why? I don't know. Did we all just want to laugh at it? Sometimes as hookers, it's too tight. It's true. It's true. Work on that tension, man. Can't help it. Oh, man. The goofiness. Okay. Is it still not stuffed enough? It feels like it's okay. I'm gonna say it's okay. So let me just sew up the ends, and then we'll have our base of the wrist rest, which is like boom. I think this is wide enough. God, I hope I did it long enough, because otherwise I'm gonna unravel the whole thing, or he's just going to be the way he is, and I'll make another one. It'll still be a perfect desk companion. Let's sing a song. Cause it's the last refrain. There we go. Okay. That goes there. One more. I never know how long these projects are going to take me. I feel like I always end up wanting to do ones that are a lot more strenuous. They have a lot more detail. They take a lot longer. And then sometimes, though, I need, like, quick and easy projects that just, okay, I can get this done. And it feels good that I got something done. I feel like this is in between right now, only because, of course, and like it always ends up being, it's one of those, I'm freehanding and making my own pattern up as I go. But, you know, using the techniques that I use for a lot of stuff, so it makes it quicker. Okay. It's the weirdest looking thing. What is it? It needs a head. Or it looks funky. I do want to make his spot, though. Hold on. We'll switch for a second to brown just so I can make his spot. Okay. I think I'm gonna want to make it just a little bit bigger. And maybe I think for the tail, I think what I'm gonna do is kind of make like a fun cone shape, and it's just gonna be a little shorter, so it's not going to be like a long tail. It's more of like a stub tail. But then it gives the idea of there's a tail. There we go. I think that's big enough, and then his tail can go right on the end. Make this long so I can sew it. I'm gonna wait to sew it until I have the head, though, because I want to make sure I have this in a good spot. I'm still concerned that I didn't make it long enough now for the head to fit, but we're gonna try. Because if I have the head actually sit on the hands, that might be better. But now we have a spot. And then little tail for the little cone for the tail. There we go. I can say it. I can speak sometimes. Not most of the time, but sometimes. Two, three, and four. Can we start with four? Now I want to actually increase again. Well, I didn't even increase once yet. I don't think I want to double it, though. So we'll go every other. And four. There we go. Maybe doubling it would have been better, because I don't like how it's just like this little... You know what? Let's try that again. We could start with four and not do the four around. We could just immediately do a half increase type of deal. So we'll only increase in two instead of all four. I think that'll help it make it a little bit more gradual, because I want that like pointy cone shape. So that brings us to 6 around. I think if I do every other again, because see, like, that's just a tiny little stub, but I need it to be a little longer. Or we just add on 2 again. So we go 1, 2, and then 3. Gets the double. And then do it one more time. Then it's just adding 2 stitches onto that row to make it a little bit wider. And I think one more. Let's go one more. We did a yes. And here. Okay, is that long enough for a tail, or do we need to go again? Potentially again. One more. I can't help it. Okay. That should be long enough. So it's almost like just like here's this little stub, boop, little tail. And then it'll have the spot right there. So I can't tell if I made this like too wide though. I might go back 1 row. But spot and tail and then head. So I'm gonna cut this. We might change it, but at least we have something to get an idea if we like it or not. So next, the head. And I haven't decided, but I think I'm just going to go easier and less thinking, because I could shape it where it has the muzzle and then it shapes into the head, but I think I'm going to do it separate. And we'll just make a big ball head. And then we'll make a little muzzle to go on it, and we'll just sew it in that way. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. Because maybe the shaping it, the sculpting of like the yarn so it looks like a dog's head. I like the way that looks. But I just don't want to think. Which is the downfall right now. Plus, we gotta figure out how big we actually want to make the head, right? It's gonna fit nice and kind of stay out of the way and look somewhat proportionate. Okay. Ah, there we go. And his ears will make really cute. The ears will be easy. But I want to see how big the head is before I make the ears. But they'll be in the same brown color. But if you guys, hey, what are you working on? If you're working on anything for Whip Wednesday, let us know. Hopefully it's a fun project. If it's not, that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta get through work or work projects that aren't as quite as fun. But it's still something, right? And I hope your work in progress is progressing nicely. I know right now I'm reading a couple of books. And one I'm listening to it, which is probably a good thing. I can't tell if it's a good thing, but I'm like so done with the book. I'm like, I don't. It didn't real. It's not that great. It's not that great. I don't think it is. I don't know. Something about it bugs me. I'm like, I just wanted to get it to the point. The main character bugs me. And I'm just like, ugh. Anytime. Anytime we can get through this. Maybe I just wasn't ready. It wasn't my time to read it yet. Because I was just like, oh my god, it's just driving me a little crazy. So that's one of my works in progress that isn't fun. But I feel like I'm always coming up with tons and tons of projects to work on. So at least that makes up for it, right? I have a balance. I have too many projects because I keep myself way too busy. But it's a good balance. Okay. I gotta see if this is the size or if I need to go a little bit bigger. Because right now I'm in the increasing stage. I think it's gotta be at least one more row bigger. I don't know if you guys agree, but like looking at it from like the side, it looks too small. So we'll go one bigger and we'll see if that's good. I feel like I'm just enjoying the music right now. Just a tiny head, yeah. Tiny heads and big arms. That's why I'm like, I think it needs to be bigger. I don't want it to be too oversized and obnoxious, but I want it to be enough that it looks cute. It's that balance. You gotta find that balance everywhere, right? I'm getting tired already. think that's a better size. I feel like that's gonna work out a lot better for us. Okay, we're gonna stick with this. And hopefully not have to redo it. Because I think once it's like stuffed, it'll be a good size too. You gotta think about it like actually being stuffed. Okay. Oh, I do have to make the spots for his eyes too. I wasn't thinking about that. It's weird that I didn't think about that. I figure it'll probably be the same way that I did his spot, though. He's got two different eyes, so one little on the one side and bigger on the other side. How much for this guy? Couldn't tell you. If I was going to price it, I'd have to do that later. But I wouldn't mind adding this as a sellable item because it's cute. And I actually feel like the makeup for it is pretty good. And I think we'll use safety eyes for the eyes actually when we put them on versus doing an embroidered eye. I think that'll be better. 20? 100? Oh my gosh. I mean, well. Look, if there's somebody willing to pay me $100 for a wrist rest, I'm not gonna say no. I'll be like, all right, let's go. Let's go. I will do that for you. Immediately. Yeah, I think this is a good size. I'm so concerned that it's not. I feel like it's gonna end up being too big. All the little pieces, you know, you gotta get them the right size and put together. No pattern causes way more work. All right. Looking good so far. I like it. I like it. Yeah, because if we have it laying more on the paws, one, it'll look really cute and playful. Or we can make him sleepy. You know, it could just be like a little sleepy pup, which could be actually a really cute way to do it. We give him like little sleepy eyes and he's just a little sleepy pup. And then I think either way it would end up being kind of cute. But having it like way more over the paws just makes me kind of think of when they like rest their paws or like their head on their paws. And I like it. Ugh. Here we go. Sorry, I keep having to count and then I just get very quiet. Because I'm trying to make sure I have the right number of rows. I don't know if there's any people in chat right now that like to make their own patterns. I know we have a few in the community that do that, so it's always the thought process behind it where you're just like, okay, where does this next stitch go? How much, like, how many stitches is it? How many rows will I need? Keep going. Not good enough yet to be able to. That's all right. You know what? You got to get all of the basics and shape making under the belt first, right? And then you're just going to take off. I have been doing this for very many years. I'm old. So it's kind of just one of those things where I just go for it. I go for it all the time and see what happens. I probably drive people nuts when I do that, because it's like, well, I'm very particular. I like to do it on my own and do it my way, because then I can shape it the way I want it to be, or take a pattern and manipulate it. So I don't have to reinvent the wheel every time, but it can be fun. It can be really fun. Not old, just well cooked. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's fine. There we go. It's like I'm seasoned very nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think one more row before I start to decrease. Give me a second. I gotta look. I think I have to do at least 2 more rows before I decrease. Otherwise, it's going to look odd. Is it too big? Is it too big? No, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Calm down. Could be too big. I may need to go back. I keep thinking it's too big. Trust the process, get through this, and then you can say if it's too big at that point, and then we'll frog the whole damn thing. But right now, the head feels too big. Not big enough. Giant head. Massive head for the Harvey. It's like when they're puppies and their heads and limbs don't match with how big their bodies are. They get in that awkward stage, and it's adorable. Okay. Bobblehead Harvey, I like it. Could you imagine? Kind of wish I had a bobblehead of Harvey now. Dun, 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 dun. Just went up now? Oh, yes. Perfect. Let's keep it going. Raise those prices. Make me the money. Okay. Just, oh, are we auctioning this off now? We got somebody at $500. I hear somebody at $500. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do an auctioneer's voice for May when that's happening. It's all a silent auction in the background. I don't have to have that voice. That fast talking, sound like Porky Pig voice. Honestly, that would be how I would do it. I would just start going uppity uppity uppity. Every time the price changes. Yada-dum. 700? Whoa. Whoa. Can I get 750? That would be insane. Honestly, if we have some crazy auction stuff happening in May and it gets to those kinds of prices, I think I'll cry. I will cry. You guys can make me cry in May if you want to. Get all those donations in. When we do the St. Jude stuff, it's gonna be good. It's like, bring it on. Okay, so we have to decrease. So we can get our nice ball-shaped head. And then the little muzzle should be pretty simple, and we'll embroider a nose on it. $5,000? That would be so cool. What would be a $5,000 crochet project? Like, what in the world would be, like, it has to be huge. It has to be a huge, detailed project for it to be priced like that, I would think, right? Sold to the bunny lady in pink. I don't have a gavel. I feel like I need to get a gavel. Print myself one. There we go. I mean, I'm loving this, though. I think this is really cute. Hopefully it'll help me get out of my funk, you know? You get a project going or completed, and then hopefully it gets me out of the funk that I feel like I'm in. Oh, one more. Because, man, having some crafting blocks, just not fun. Not fun at all. It's like you just desperately want to be crafty and crochet and feel good and feel creative, and then it's not there. It's gone. The Crojo is gone. and I need it back. Ooh, for a heavy blanket. Honestly, I could see it. I could see that doing it. You get some of that, like, thick yarn, and then you make a weighted blanket with it. Oh, yeah. The material alone would get you there. Would I do it? I don't know. Might need half up front, at least. That's a big project. Because if you did, like, the poofy, you could do, like, the squares. You could make the squares, and then you could fill those so that those are nice and weighted, and then each one kind of, like, gets put together. It would almost feel quilted, but it's like a puff, like, puffy. I could see that working. Monthly payment. We'll just sign a contract, right? Get it all written up. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I don't know why I decided to stuff it, like, super early. Like, that was way too early to stuff it. Oh, man. Perfect. Getting it shaped and ready to go. See, it's all these, it does take a while. Everything always takes time, and you want to make sure that every little thing is done properly. And I always feel like I feel like I'm a fast crocheter, and then sometimes I'm like, woof, why is this taking so long? And you can actually feel the amount of time that it's taking to work on a project. But it's okay. You know what? Each project has its own amount of time attached to it. Break it down into those smaller pieces. Get it done. Put it back together. Boom. Project finished. It makes it sound so simple. Type in a window. Okay. I don't know. I still feel like it might be too big, but like from this. Wait. Have you guys not been able to see me crocheting this whole time? Hold on. When did the camera stop working? Ah! Stop that. Don't freak me out. Why did it do that? Oh my god. Technical difficulties. Don't do this to me. I like look over and I'm like, the camera stopped working. We're back up. Where everything is running okay. We are good. Okay, so that's 3. So we have 2 more decreases. I was gonna say, if my camera stops, if it does it one more time, that's the end. That is the end. No matter where I'm at in the project, we'll come back to it. I'm glad I thought to look, because that was going to freak me out. Oh my gosh. Okay, now my brother's texting me, so I may have to end earlier. This is what happens. I'm like, I wish we would schedule stuff a little easier, but I never know when he's going to be done with work so that we can actually record. But as long as we can get like these main pieces done, that's totally fine. Then we can get the rest of it put together later. No big deal. You love my nails? Oh, thanks. I have to redo them. Like, 4 of them? 4 of my nails broke, and they look, like, awful. But I appreciate it. It's a fun color. You know, I wanted a nice, pretty pink color. We'll have to see what color I go with next. It might be, like, a soft purple or green, I think. Let me just quickly give him an answer. There we go. Okay. Honestly, it is kind of like a freezer bunny pink. I didn't realize how close to that color it is until I just looked at it. And then I looked up and I was like, oh, freezer bunny pink. Perfect. I almost, for Sim's birthday this year, I was going to maybe get a crazy plum bob green color, and then I was just like, I don't know. It would have to only be for that week. And I'm like, I don't know if that would be too much, so I didn't. Maybe one day I'll get some crazy neon colors to go. I think for this last row, I might just sew it instead of doing any more decreases. I might just skip out on doing that part. That's actually kind of a cute size. I think that actually works out pretty well. Okay. Good, good, good. I won't sew it up just in case I start putting everything together and I'm like, because now we actually have to have the muzzle and the ears, right? But we have like the tail, we have the head, and his cute little spot right on the back. I think that actually works out really, really nicely, and it gives you just like a boom spot for your wrist to sit. I like it. Okay. Ears wise, what time is it? Yeah, let me just do at least an ear so we can get the idea of how that's gonna go. Ooh, do I want to double it? Probably. Because we can give him like really cute floppy looking ears, I think. Well... Okay, I only increased by 3. That might be a better size than if I completely doubled it. That might have gotten too much, but with the size of the head, we may want bigger floppy ears. Okay, we'll go a couple extra rows here. There we go. Okay. Think this might be a good size, but they're gonna have to be longer. The width is fine, but I do think longer may be necessary. Again, I feel like it's gonna be... I have to get all of the little pieces, and then we can kind of adjust from there. Oh, really? Yarn spaghetti? Thank you. Thank you for that. Why'd you have to have a little knot in there? But you can kind of see how the ear flops. That's why I'm kind of thinking it might need to be wider. Because then once we have, like, the muzzle on there... Oh, man. Difficult. Difficult! You want him so bad, he's so cute. Thank you. I appreciate that, honestly. It makes me feel good about it. Hey, if I end up getting this worked out the way I want to, maybe I will. Maybe I'll add it to my little Ko-fi shop. I'll make it a commissionable thing. I'm thinking it needs to be wider. I think I'm gonna have to redo the ears. Yeah, it's not wide enough. But you get the idea. You kind of see where I'm going with it. Those cute floppy ears going. It's being too cautious with the sizing. Frog the whole dang thing. Get it out of here. Big head, small muzzle. Probably will be what it will be. Yes. It's the ears, though. Those ears gotta be a little bit bigger. Okay. Ah. Ah, no, no, no. I keep grabbing other pieces. Like, stop. Alright, so I'm going back. I'm going to add the... I'm going to double it from 6 to 12 instead. And then we'll go around. And hopefully this is a better size. Okay. I probably... Let me do a couple rows, then we can get the idea of it. Just like we were doing before. And hopefully this time we go, yes, that's it. That's what we want. Otherwise, now I'm going to have to go right back to the drawing board and go, okay, how much bigger do I have to make these? Or is the head actually too big? $10, $11, and $12. Okay. Let's see. See, I think... See, that width I feel like is better. I think that's going to work out way more for us here. I gotta pay attention. I have to see what we're doing. Won't be finishing it tonight is the thing, which is okay. I can either try to sneak a quick crochet session in either this weekend, or we'll do like an extra morning or something where we can finish him, or we'll do it next week. We'll see what happens. I always tell myself, I'm like, I need more days in the week, and I want more crafting streams. I guess I could try to balance it better. We could do 2 crafting streams and 2 or 3 gaming, but there's just so much to do. So little time. Okay. I think it might actually have to be wider. The back and forth I'm going right now. Alright, so there we have it a little bit longer. Oh, maybe. It just has to be like 2 or 3 more rows to get that good length for it. I guess I could tell you guys the rest of the week. Okay, so while I'm trying to get a couple more rows in before I get out of here and send you guys to another lovely crafter, because I know we got more of them on here. Tomorrow, if you didn't hear me say it before, you haven't seen the schedule change, tomorrow will be Sons of the Forest. And then Friday is going to be some simming or possibly more crafting. So we can finish up our Harvey wrist rest. Maybe both. We could possibly do both on Friday. But that's the one change I want to make sure I let you guys know what's happening. And then if there's any other changes, I'll push it out there so you guys know what's going on, or make sure your notifications are on so you know when I go live. All of that good stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's actually cute. No, I think that works. That's gonna work out really well because then it's gonna sit there and it's gonna have like a cute ear, and it can either like stick out like his ears do or it can be cute and floppy, and I think that's actually a really good size. I like that. So that's good. I'm glad we figured that out. So we have the right ear size. Now we might go another row to make it just a little bit longer, but I kind of like the size of it. So then the muzzle goes on, we'll have his two eyes, and I'm still thinking, I'm debating between making him sleepy. He could be a sleepy one, and he just has like the little closed eyes, and then we'll embroider on the nose. That's gonna be really sweet, but I like it. We have the pieces. Our wrist rest is coming in and going to be a lovely addition. All right. However, I gotta get going because I promised that we could record a podcast episode tonight. So I gotta get out of here. I got to. My brother's expecting me. But I'll get all my lovely little links into the chat. Make sure you're following me on all my socials. Check them out. See what you got there. See what sounds exciting. Go check out that podcast. Rate, review, subscribe, share it with your friends. Enjoy it. There's a lot of episodes, so you got a lot to choose from. Join the Discord and the really cool community that we have. And I also have a YouTube channel where I play lots and lots of games. Mostly Sims, but lots of games. Or you can check out the old VODs as well, because all the VODs are up there too. My hair is not working. Stop it. It's this dryness. My bangs are just gone. But I will see you guys next time. This is going to be good. All them links. Yes, absolutely. You know, click on whatever sounds exciting and fun to you. I can't. The socials one has everything. But let me see where I can take you guys to. So stick around for the raid. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. Yeah, you guys don't want me singing. I just start to sing. You clicked all of them? Yes. Do it. Go to all of them. Enjoy. Ooh, we might have some fellow crafty collective peoples on, I think. This is good. I'm just gonna dance. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna dance. Okay, who is ready for us to come say hi? That's what I want to know. What are we doing? Perfect. This might be good. All right, let me get those raid calls in. We got the raid call. We got the sub raid. Use the one that you can use. And I'm going to get this raid started. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had fun. I hope you're excited for our lovely Harvey to be created. Okay. Good. We're gonna go say hi to a crafty collective friend. So make sure to give them all the love. Oh, they're like Easter projects. Oh, I like it. I love it. Let's go. I'm gonna say keep crafting, keep gaming, stay lazy. I'll see you guys next time. Have fun. Enjoy the crafts. Enjoy the cozy. Let's get out of here. Bye, guys. Have fun. Bye. I think it worked. It's taking forever and I don't know why. I think it worked. We're good. We're good. It worked.